Alright, I shall refrain. I will act as a gentleman would.
Oh yeah.
Like watching this other non-related game where Morphling dies repeatedly over and over and over again to Earth Spirit. Oh, and he's also feeding the ever-living crap out of Queen of Pain as well.
Which game are you watching?
Just a random game. But it has Earth Spirit be Morphling, and Morphling is kind of getting absolutely wrecked. Like, he pretty much just has to go non-stop. Like strength, I guess, to even have a chance, but it's not even really enough. Oh my god. Earth Spirit is stupid good. Things that are also stupid good.
Jelly beans?
What type of jelly beans?
Sour jelly beans?
I'm okay with sour jelly beans, but the correct answer is Starburst jelly beans. They are the best.
Those are good too.
Jelly beans.
Wrong.
Wow. An official team wipe in 15 minutes. They've only taken one tower on each side and they just team wiped. It's 1 and 16. Pretty sure they've got like a quad stack of ancients on Radiant's side, and enemy troll is just stealing all of them. It's beautiful. It's just disgustingly beautiful. Oh, and they also have an Oracle, which is even stranger, but she's actually apparently playing really well, so I'm okay with this. They have a Warlock, too. Lots of sustain going on from, like, double healers. Oh no, please. Oh, Axe dunked him, but he killed 2 of them. God, this Queen of Pain is vicious. Oh my god, that is just... Oh, they're diving tier 3s. It's only 17 minutes of the second team wipe. Oh my goodness. That is just... Oh, that's rough. It's a stomp fest. To be fair though, Radiant picked like all of the current meta heroes, and now they're getting trounced by some of the meta heroes. Now they're sneaking into Roche. Correction, they are stealing Roche, lock, stock, and barrel at 18 minutes. Morphling managed to get his strength morph off, but it's not enough. Also, saying morph is fun.
It's also wrong, so don't say that.
I like saying strength morph.
Well, don't.
In Earth Spirit.
When you spirit.
PHs and THs can not exist.
Also, Lodge, you're a little quiet tonight. How's that? Much better.
You're back to your usual logginess.
I don't know what that means.
No one does. This is Techno Man we're talking about, man.
Point
It's
second.
true. Oh my god. Earth spirit is like just...
Oh, that reminds me, Logs. I need to send you the soundtrack for Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball, dude. It's really good.
I mean, I haven't even played that game yet.
It's okay. The soundtrack's good.
Wow. This is just not even fair. It's like 2 to 24 in 19 and a half minutes.
That's tragic.
I mean, Dire just put Earth Spirit on the same lane as Morphling, and then they pretty much just sort of farmed him. Because he was like, I'm gonna go full agility. Oh god, I'm silenced. Oh god, I'm stunned. And then he exploded. It's not so much that I'm amazed by what is obviously on paper a good matchup. It's more of the fact that he has just been on point with his execution of Earth Spirit. And he just has hit all of his, I guess, what is that, remnants? Earth Remnant shots. And it's just been a real pleasure to watch. It's like, this is how this hero is supposed to be played, and this is what he does to the meta when he is allowed to do what he does.
That's why he's still not captain.
That is correct. Because he is super strong and he would absolutely destroy the current meta. It's like
he'd actually probably be a pretty good addition because he can deal with things like Troll and Sniper.
Yeah, he also deals with Lena, Morphling, Earthshaker, anybody who hates a silence. So all the caster types that have been coming out as a counter to the high agility builds, like, he's just great, and he's specifically great against Morphling, who already is only sort of a niche, quasi-weird build, accessible character in this current game.
Why do licorice jelly beans exist?
Because somebody was like, hey, let's give people more for their money. Now they can have both licorice and jelly beans in the same bag. Better question is, why does Jelly Belly still exist? I mean, not to hate on it, but I'm gonna hate on it. What's she trying to do? He's just gonna morph strength. And then she has to run away. She has to have Earthshaker there. Oh, she mistimed it. Oh.
It's fun because very situationally, Queen of Pain teams up very well with Zeus. But only very situationally.
Yeah. That's because they're both double magical bursts. Well, I mean, Queen of Pain's now pure damage burst, but point remains. I think it was funny that the previous meta was like, the best thing ever is to go full BKBs on everyone who can afford one. And so their answer to that was, fine, we'll just make more heroes have pure damage. LOL.
And then Techies.
And then Techies, who got buffed because his bombs weren't doing enough damage.
Actually, he got nerfed.
Really?
Patch notes.
He got buffed though. Well, that was when he was released, so it's possible he got buffed again. When he first came out, he got a damage buff on all of his mines. Or was it his suicide? I think it was his mines.
A slight damage increase. increase, and then the change to composite made him weak as hell.
Fair enough.
Getting rid of
Also, Oracle Troll, really strong combo. Strong. That's alright. I don't have to say.
Too strong.
I don't have to use R's. Just do all of tonight's gas with no R's.
then just stick to stats. And still type the R's.
Okay. I'm glad you covered that loophole, because I would totally have made a devil's deal there.
Yeah, I just know you very well.
Wow, I do take the obvious. Oh wow, it's 24 minutes. They've almost team wiped them again, and they took mid-racks already. Wow. Oh, and 2 Real now has a refresher on Queen of Pain. Well, that's the thing that happened. Cut. Her spirit apparently sold everything and bought nothing but bucklers.
That's a real team player right there.
Yep, he is now sporting 6 bucklers, no boots. I think he had some decent items before now, but that's over. Yeah, he has no boots and 6 bucklers. You know, part of me wants to be like, that's such a bad attitude, but the other hand of it is, he's such a good Earth Spirit player that I kinda wanna see if this isn't some new meta strat. Just stack bucklers.
No, it's not. They just are upset that they're losing, so they just ball bucklers.
No, he's winning. He's winning so hard. And he has nothing but bucklers. They haven't even finished.
No.
Like, they're not even pushing it in. And he has nothing but bucklers. I think he had a dispute with somebody else, because he also tried to trap the troll player on the high ground.
He's also probably just trolling. He knows that they won the game then. So he
Yeah, it's 4 kills to 36 kills. At this point, I think Morphling has like the lowest net worth on the entire losing team. And there goes bottom racks, 27 minutes. Honestly, I think they backed up with the idea that they were going to try and take Roche, but then second guessed it. Thanks, Dota. I love when the auto broadcaster shows me the, oh, somebody brought a ton of couriers and then had them do a train around the ancient.
Still waiting on somebody.
Which game are you watching anyway?
I don't know.
You can just watch the game that you... Dave.
It says he's watching a tournament game, so it's not.
Well, then it's a tournament game that you should have a
You're
ticket to.
in his party. You can just watch
Well,
it.
which game is it then?
Okay, Dave. You listen to the first thing I was saying. You can click on him, like
Game's
right,
over.
and never mind. But
Right, well, here's the thing about that logs. When I click on his little thing, it says view Dota profile, view Steam profile, send message, kick from party, invite, fight to trade, or remove friend. Which
No,
is
you
why I'm
probably-
asking
you
which
probably-
game he's on.
You should probably remove friend then.
Okay. Sorry, Jenkins, you gotta go, bro.
No! No, my hookup! I mean...
What?
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 Boys selling drugs out of the back end of this cast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got all the legal stuff. I got ibuprofen. I got pseudominiferin.
Diphenhydramine, dimonoxide hydrogen, or the
Yeah.
dihydrogen monoxide. That's the
Hydrogen dioxide. I got that for days, man. And you want it? We will
it's
hook you up.
dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah, that works too. We also got O2. That new stuff. It's real good for you. You can just breathe it in. It's like a natural high, man. Oh God, why? Moving is overrated. Alright, time to watch another game. This has a wisp. I mean, IO. Clearly IO. Gratifying wisp. Wisp.
Didn't preload the match. No, they didn't preload the match.
You were doing good right up into the part where your lungs tried to escape via your throat.
What do you mean? That's classic butt rock.
Classic butt rock indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UGC Dota 2 League Season 3 week number 11. Tonight's best of 3 matchup is the playoffs for the North American Steel Series between New Rome and we've got Late Game. Ladies and gentlemen, you're flying high in the Dota 2 kill copter, and you're joined here by Brushfire. That's me. You've also got Juge Kid Toot Toot Jeanskins over on the co-commentary, co-analyzation, and of course, bringing up the stats, gonna be Techno Man. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing tonight?
Did you just call me Jinxkins?
I did call you Jinkskins.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it? Gonna cast the game? Gonna cast the game?
He's gonna do stats. That's what he's gonna do.
That's a lie, and you know it. That's
Yes,
That is a lie,
indeed.
and I do know it.
Indeed. Well, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another exciting best of 3 series of UGC League play. As stated prior, New Rome versus We Got Late Game first ban phase currently underway with We Got Late Game banning out the Storm Spirit. Meanwhile, New Rome bans out the Troll Warlord. Storm Spirit hasn't been a very common ban as of late, but We Got Late Game, I think, just does not like dealing with them, hence that's why we got him on the field.
He's a pretty common ban. Like, Storm's been banned, I won't say every game we've casted lately,
He's
but
not a common first round ban.
that's correct, yeah.
Well, then let me rephrase that. Logs, rewind the tape real quick. Now, it has been a while since we've seen Storm Spirit banned in the first round, and I definitely didn't make this mistake over 2 minutes ago.
There we go.
Second round,
perfect.
our second ban's going out to Queen of Pain by We Got Late Game, and then New Rome banning out, unsurprisingly, very popular Sniper. Meanwhile, We Got Late Game putting that first pick to use, picking up the dunker right there. The what we're gonna call him, CM Dunk. That I like that one. Now we'll call him CM
Dunk's a
Dunk.
good one.
CM Dunk Axe being picked up by We Got Late Game. Meanwhile, New Rome has a lot of time to think about what they're going to do to pick around said pick.
Speaking of dumb wrestling jokes, have you seen Scooby-Doo WrestleMania?
I have seen the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania film. Oh
Isn't
my
it-
god, it's so bad.
What's up with John Cena grabbing a boulder and then throwing it?
Oh, was that the Scooby-Doo one, or was that the one with where it was the Flintstones? Because they did a Flintstones one too.
No, that was a Scooby-Doo one.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe John Cena can pick up boulders. Who knows? They couldn't see him. His time was rock.
I don't get any of these jokes and or references.
And meanwhile, if you like X-Men, New Rome has a player for you, picking up Juggernaut as their first pick. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe we did that. It's terrible. It's terrible. And no surprise right there, New Rome rounding out their first round of picks, picking up the Earth Shaker. John Patrick Lowry representing the support role right there. We Got Late Game has plenty of time to pick their next pick right here. Let's see what they do. What do you think?
Chose their next pick. There we go. I fixed it.
What are we thinking that We Got Late Game is going to formulate around Axe over here, Logs?
10 seconds
Let
remaining.
me think.
5 seconds.
Thinking Axe is going to go offlaner, maybe.
You
And
know, I'd
then
like to see
Reserve time.
I'd like to see a Timber Saw get picked here. Actually.
all the tree cut strat.
Except only one of those heroes cuts trees.
That's
Well, if he picks up a
true,
Quelling
but
Blade, any
one
hero.
theoretically should.
Hey,
No.
anybody picks up a Quelling Blade, anybody can cut down a tree.
I was about to say, if you have Jungle Axe, he usually benefits from using a Quelling Blade and cutting down some trees.
Lion.
No surprise there either. Very strong support roles coming up. We got Late Game right there. Picking up Lion, who's got the double hard CC. And let's face it, one of the best nukes in the game.
Yeah, I guess that means we're probably going to see a Lena
10
ban.
seconds remaining.
Probably
Probably
pick up
Lena
the-
Ban, yeah.
Yeah, if you pick up the Lion, you usually don't let the other one through, because they're good counters to one another, so... No, gonna ban Brood instead.
Well, they have another
Good.
ban in this phase, so they can still ban out the Lena here without
Yeah,
showing their hand.
I think the Brood is a nice ban, just so I don't have any enjoyment this game.
No. The only way you can have no enjoyment is if one of the teams picks up Marana.
Oh, that's right.
No, that'd be his favorite thing.
Phantom
God,
Lancer being
why?
banned out by New Rome.
Yeah,
see.
I like the strats here. We got Late Game is banning strong mids and at this point an offlaner, and New Rome is just like, all right, fine, we'll ban all of the strong carries.
10 seconds
So,
remaining.
It's gonna be interesting to see what carry is left for We Got Late
5
Game,
seconds.
and what good mid laners New Rome is going to pick.
Reserve time.
I got Zeus money for New Rome.
Zeus money, you say? Well,
I
ladies
got-
and gentlemen, let's see if Jenkins is right. Put a Zeus
Zeus-
counter up on the screen.
Zeus rares.
Dire team ban.
I'm not actually putting rares on it, because I don't think there are rares for Zeus, since he doesn't have any cosmetics yet, Valve. Why?
And he also does not have a good model, Valve Y.
Yeah, he's kind of ancient Marioing since the
Ancient
beginning.
Blue Mario.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Self-righteous ancient Blue Mario.
Reserve time.
I think Axe Call could work well with the Medusa pickup. Axe Call into a Medusa ultimate.
Yeah, but I don't think they're. Well, I mean,
I don't
Could
think
put
they'll
the
do
Medusa
it,
mid.
but I could see it being one of their options, and it's not great this meta, especially because of Juggernaut, but
I mean, no, it'd be actually paired quite well with Juggernaut. And I mean, the trend of games that we cast, it seems that people love to pick Medusa against Lion, even though it's a terrible matchup. So
Meanwhile,
hey, it could happen.
let's talk more about what's going on the field right now. Phantom Lancer and Vengeful Spirit both banned out by New Rome. Meanwhile, Broodmother Witch Doctor banned out by We Got Late Game. And then very quick third pickups for Bat Rider on New Rome and Abaddon on We Got Late Game.
oh,
Oh!
give me my rares!
Oh! I gotta update the text real quick.
That felt good. Okay, so let's cover what happened in the draft. They banned out Venge because she's a great Bat Rider counter. Then they picked Bat Rider. And so We Got Late Game picked up Abaddon because he's a good Bat Rider counter. I think we covered it. And
Yeah,
then they
I've thought
picked
about it.
Zeus because I told them they
They
totally.
should.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
they
We got late game picked
10
a
seconds
Shadow Fiend to
remaining.
go against Zeus?
yeah.
It's pretty questionable if you ask me.
Remaining.
Maybe they expect to roam a Baden mid or use a Baden sort of mid period to buff the Shadow Fiend, sort of IO style. Maybe even a jungle Abaddon who rotates mid.
I don't know how well a jungle Abaddon would, but having him, help out mid a little could definitely do something for the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, put some Aphotic Shield on him. Protect him from some bolts. I think it could work. Oh, Medusa ban! New Rome! You're on my wavelength.
I think you're on Logs' wavelength. Because I think he suggested that they ban out the Medusa first.
What? A Lich pickup. Nyx
Lich.
Assassin. You got 3 squishy ints, a squishy Earthshaker, and an early squishy Jug. Totally need a Nyx Assassin.
Honestly,
Just
they could take the Nyx Assassin. They don't have an offlaner really. I mean,
No, you
yeah,
can
because
put
they're probably gonna put the Axe safe lane.
Put Shadow Fiend mid, roam with Lion and Abaddon, or just sit there and have them do the pool camps and jungle.
Remaining.
So yeah, totally do offlane Nyx. Nope, never mind. They're gonna take late game.
They're
say-
gonna go late game and put the Axe offlane probably.
They want the late game indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there is your draft. In just a few moments, we're going to go down to the field and watch these two duke it out for the North American Still playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be for some bananas.
A whole 1 banana?
No, some multiple bananas.
Some bananas.
So BANANANAS?
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
oh,
Pause
okay.
again.
Oh,
Well, alright then.
I was gonna say some things, and then they said second, please.
Alrighty then.
We can still say things.
Okay then, cool. Well, I got permission from my co-caster to continue to say things. Let's talk about what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, over on the Radiant side, you're going to have your late game, presumably, going to be on your Lion. Meanwhile, your Abaddon played by the IGO 95862. Anti-Mage going to be played by Then you've got
you should
Axe.
totally check out Yas Cosmetics. I love this setup.
You can't see or speak.
Yep.
How are you going to do things without face? I mean, he's not Faceless Floyd, but I get the joke.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Anyway, that being said, yeah, it's got some good stuff on him. But let's get out of that then. Now back to whom I was speaking about over on the Axe. Vovan Cooperative is going to be the Axe. And then, of course, your Shadow Demon rounded out by Sub-Zero, spelled with numbers, because he is Prince. Now, who do we have on Nero on the Dire side? Logs.
On the Dire side, we have... Wait. The Jukebox Romulus on Zeus. Snowplouse on Juggernaut. Crow Daddy 2 Dags on Earthshaker.
I like that
Nice.
name. It's a good name.
Nice.
Flute Manhawk on the Bad Rider. And Mr. Bobby on the Lich.
Cool.
I kind of want to do a cast, an entire cast as Hank Hill.
No.
But I
Not this one.
Don't
not,
do that.
Not today. Not
Not
today.
today. Not ever.
I just want to
Not
tell you
ever.
right now that I could do a very good job.
No, not even close.
Not even close, buddy.
You're not even close.
You have the punctuation right, but the tone is wrong.
You're a punctuation of my foot.
Nope, still no.
I don't know.
Also,
if that
Hank
means you.
Hill is actually really nice to everyone else. He only gets upset after people are aggressive with him, so you're already out of character.
No, you were aggressive with me, dude. Didn't you hear that aggression in your tone? Your tonality?
No, that's no.
Our primary carry logged in. Oh.
That sounds like...
That's the thing I gotta talk to about a person.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing you gotta talk to about a person.
Alright, CDR.
you go and talk about things, and I'm going to draw funny pictures on the map out of, I guess, boredom. Yeah, boredom.
Toot toot at toot toot Lionel.
Yep, that name is not going to get old. Wait, I can't draw. I can draw. Why is it not showing up?
Because it doesn't show
Because
up
it's
and
paused.
paused.
Oh, lame. Lame, how am I supposed to draw my important pictures? Oh, it does show up on the mini-map. Great work, Valve.
No, it doesn't show up on anyone else's minimap.
Oh, really? Oh, come on, Valve. Why
Good
would
work,
you
Val.
do
I want to
this?
see his art.
I'm gonna draw the best art, and you're not even gonna get to see all of the art that I have. Unless it all renders all at once, in which case I could do something amazing. On the off chance that this actually renders to everybody else,
It doesn't.
I'm gonna make it look good. I don't know what the heck it's gonna be. I don't have enough time to go all Mona Lisa on this.
Then don't.
Don't.
The worst. So much clicking involved in doing this. Why don't I have a webcam?
Because you are not an artist,
It's true, you're not an artist.
and anyone
This
who
is-
could see your drawing would probably know that.
You gave him a really long mustache.
What mustache? I'm drawing an eyebrow. Eyebrow. Dang. I'm not even sure how this works. There we go. Better. There we go.
man.
Wow. Oh wow.
Uh,
Oh wow. Oh wow. Sure. Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay then.
That counts as game one, right?
Yeah, that counts
That
as game
counts as
one.
game one.
Ladies and gentlemen, a final score of 0-0. LateGame has forfeited game number one. So Nero will advance one game in this best of three series, but stand by. We'll be back with more UGC action after this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow. Now it's a one best of two series.
Hooray!
No, it's not a best of two series. It's still a best of three.
Oh, that's right. So they could still lose one whole game.
Dave joined us live.
I did. I joined the channel. See? I'm in
I got.
there.
I'm not allowed to curse. This is the worst. I am outraged by the fact that it put you in first, even though I clicked.
Yeah,
thing.
well, I clicked it first.
You totally didn't click it firster than me, because I clicked the thing the most firsterer.
Uh-huh.
I don't take it back.
Sure. How hard is it to get in? There
Well,
No, they already have it set, Dave.
No, their name is just the Radiant.
Okay, the way it works,
There it goes.
got it.
the way it works is sometimes it glitches out and doesn't show the name. But as long as the picture is there, it'll show it in game. Hang on. The fifth step for a sec. No, Dave, stay in your slot. Just wanted to feel like a winner for once.
Wow. Just wow.
What?
Also,
Oh,
Lycan.
I got Visage. I got the Visage, man. Got it.
All about that Lycan. That didn't actually... Well, he's not really in the meta anymore, is he?
You know what I realized? I realized I didn't have open mic open for that first game.
Well, that's okay.
All at that.
That's alright, I missed the first little bit of it, like by 5 minutes, so yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after what was the most spectacular game I've ever witnessed in all of my years of casting, I gotta say, New Rome's 87-86 fight against We Got Late Game was absolutely astonishing. There was Aghanim Scepters on everybody except the people who didn't need Aghanim Scepters because they had Divine Rapiers. Everyone had at least 3 Divine Rapiers. It was a Daedalus on one guy. It was pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, Logs, tell me about what you thought of that last game we just had.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hype. You know, there was a lot of items everywhere. Definitely several abilities used.
Like,
you know,
do you remember that part when Ice Frog actually dropped into the match and summoned 4 Roshans?
oh my god, it was like... I didn't even know that was programmed into the game.
Me neither. I'm guessing that's going to be the next Dire Tide right there, where, you know, Ice Frog accosts you in the middle of your tournament games and stuff. My goodness, it was just spectacular. And then at the very end of it, Duke Nukem Forever came out. I was so happy. Anyway, first round bans going out to this game number 2 of New Rome versus We Got Late Game. We had a minor bit of a forfeit for last game so we could do a roster swap. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again to see them go to battle. You're flying high in the Dota 2 Killcopter. This is game number 2. My name is Brushfire. I'm joined by Jujkin Joe Star and Techno Man on stats. And gentlemen, I'm thinking this game is going to be the one where we see some spectacular playage. Right now,
Oh, we might see some playage.
we might see playage.
Well, I don't know about you, but the high mobility anti-mage with both Blink and Force Staff and Yules as core was the best.
Absolutely spectacular. Just like 8K MMR play right there. Just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
Axe-
who needs TP scrolls when you can clear the entire map in a single bound?
Everybody had multiple pairs of boots of travel. It was spectacular. First bands going out to Axe and Storm Spirit by New Rome. Meanwhile, Sniper Troll Warlord banned out by We Got Late Game. Juggernaut, first pick by New Rome. No surprise there. Excuse me. I burped.
That you did.
Wow, okay.
Well,
Professionalism!
Hey, I said excuse me. That's mannerful.
Alright, so we've got the Juggernaut going the way of New Rome again. I'm debating whether We Got Late Game is going to pick up, well, not the axe, obviously, but maybe the Earthshaker, or maybe even the Vengeful Spirit or the Bat Rider themselves this time.
Phantom Lancer.
They do pick up the Phantom Lancer.
There
Phantom
you go.
Lancer is very nice against Juggernaut.
Yeah, that's a way
PL
early
man-
pick, though.
PL Lion pickup. My goodness, We Got Late Games playing very similar to what they were thinking of last time. This time without CM Dunk, instead for going for killer crabs.
New Rome's gonna just keep doing the same draft. We'll just pick up an Earthshaker. Moving right along. Still not seeing the Queen of Pain ban. She could come around again. Somewhere in there, maybe a Medusa.
10 seconds
Maybe they'll ban out the
remaining.
Shadow Fiend now. It's like
I don't
we.
think they'll ban out the Medusa this time.
5
Because clearly,
seconds
Phantom Lancer is going to be their hard
remaining.
carry here.
True.
And Medusa actually does pretty decent against Phantom
Reserve
Lancer.
time.
Yeah, the illusion kill is really nice. I would like to see maybe more Queen of Pain ban. Or even the Shadow Fiend ban.
I think that we got late game should ban Shadow Fiend. I don't think a New Realm has to.
They're going to ban Dazzle. That's a pretty smart ban. We saw Witch Doctor hit the cutting room floor last game as well, so I say game in air quotes.
Brood
Ah,
gets banned
don't
out again.
take out Brood!
Ban.
Why?
Brood owns Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we watched one game where that wasn't the case.
Correction. Brood owns Phantom Lancer early game.
10 seconds
Right, well,
remaining.
she owns Phantom Lancer when she's in a lane that isn't perpetually populated by all of the Sentry Wards. All of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But Roaming Lion and Phantom Lancer, and I think there was an Earthshaker in that game too, and basically they just farmed Brood and Broodlings. And yeah, Phantom Lancer, so fat, so
Radiant
fed.
team. Ban.
It was a really good game. He's like, I'm gonna solo you tier 3s, bruh.
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 Bruh. Now it's
10 seconds
almost the second round of picks. What do you think they're gonna pick? You think they're gonna go for the Zeus again?
Well, it would still fit within their draft. You're talking about New Rome, I assume. Correct.
Yes.
I wouldn't say no. Zeus can still have some really good usage in their team.
Tiny.
Yep, there's a tiny. Maybe.
Okay.
Ooh, they're gonna get another pick in time, so you could take the Wisp here and deny it to him via pick. But then I guess you'd have to attach it to Juggernaut. Is that something you really want to do? Yeah, overpower.
You could pick the Wisp, but then you'd have to use the Wisp.
Yeah, like ganking in with Juggernaut straight into an Omni Slash could be cool.
5
Like,
seconds
just deliver Juggernaut
remaining.
onto the enemy and watch him. Nope, they are gonna stick with the Zeus.
Radiant team.
Up.
pick.
Yep, we called that one.
Yeah,
Dire team
I
pick.
don't. I feel like Zeus has actually kind of come out on top on this because he can just nuke down the IO.
Radiant team.
Yeah, and there's the classic Witch Doctor counter to IO. It's like, you tether to whoever you want, and I'm gonna just throw a cask, and it's gonna bounce between the two of you forever. So,
10
kinda saw that one
seconds
coming,
remaining.
but they're gonna take the Batrider ban out.
Ban.
That's pretty fair. That leaves, I would say Vengeful Spirit, but both teams are already sitting on both their supports, so I guess nobody's gonna like Venge. Now it's going to come down to what New Rome picks to go super late game.
They could still pick up the anti-mage. He's still available in the pool.
Remaining.
I don't see him doing great against Phantom Lancer. I think Medusa might be a better pickup here.
Radiant
I still don't like Medusa against Lion. Still a very bad pick.
That's true, yeah.
And-
But at that point, she's just there for her ultimate anyways. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Dire team pick.
Everybody get ready to sleep because my character is so boring,
Yeah, it's just
Elder
like you.
Titan.
Oh, he sounds so familiar. He sounds like a person I know.
Oh, dude, Logs, I was just thinking the exact same thing. I was like, man, who do I know that's just boring?
Boring.
Boring.
Like a drill, man. Boring into the rock of ignorance.
Remaining.
boring.
Boring.
5
Boring.
remaining.
All right, well, Elder Titan rounds out We Got Late Games draft pickup. Logs, who do you suspect New Rome is gonna? Never mind.
Never mind.
Ginger with a soul right here, buddy. Wind Ranger getting picked up by New Rome. Let's see what goes on
yeah.
when these two teams finally fight it out, maybe this time around. Let's get out of the
Maybe.
field right now. Over on FF.
Finish fast.
What? Oh. It's like,
I
what?
think
Anyway.
that was supposed to be GG.
Anyway,
No.
late game is going to be on your Radiant side. Late game rocking over on the Wisp with presumably team captain. You've got Lion being played by Vovon Cooperative. Tiny, not so small with Mr. LG. Phantom Lancer played by Subs30. And then, of course, finally, your Elder Titan played by iGo Zip Code. Over on the Dire side, and I'm going to go ahead and just do it for myself this time around, because I never do that anymore. Nero is going to be having your Snowplaws on the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Mr. Bobby will be your Witch Doctor Zeus, the Jukebox Romulus, now being played over there. Meanwhile, Flute Manhawk on the Wind Ranger. And finally, the best name in the entire game, Crow Daddy Two Dags on the Earthshaker.
You just wanted that one.
I did
Don't
want
even-
that one.
Don't even
I'm not
pretend it
even
wasn't about reading that name off.
I can't. I can't deny it. I can't click it. So jokes.
Dota jokes, they're relevant. We have them occasionally. Great.
So a bit of a rune contestation here going to happen out. Oh, Flute Manhawk in a bit of a bad spot, getting hit by the Phantom Image, but no, sorry, Bob, the Ginger with the Soul will be able to walk out of there. Meanwhile, no double bounty rune for Nero.
They did get the bounty rune on the IO though, so they are gonna have. He has the bottle coming out to him right now, actually.
It's dumb.
Just because
Yeah.
I can.
So, who is going to get that all-important first blood of this game? Logs, you seem to be the master of suspense and technology here. Who do you think has the chance at first blood the best here in this game?
I think the person who's gonna get first blood is probably Zeus on the IO here mid.
Think so?
And if
I was
it's-
thinking
if
the
it's
same
not
thing.
Them, it'll be Tiny onto Zeus.
And Jenkins, what do you think?
Toot Toot stole mine, so
Maybe you should, be faster next time.
I'm going to have to just agree. Though, to be quite honest, there's a lot of kill potential down here between Lion and Phantom Lancer on Wind Ranger. So I'm just to be contrary. I'm going to say the Wind Ranger will die first. I'm going to imagine that it goes to Lion though. Maybe not. Maybe the Phantom Lancer.
Lion has been putting a pretty big hurt on Flute Manhawk. Vovan Cooperative looking to try to get a lot of harass, keeping Flute Manhawk playing very far in the backfield, throwing out a nice Earth Spike right there as well.
Well, here's the thing though. Lion's now out of mana, and he doesn't have a level in Mana Drain yet, or have any region really to mention, whereas Wind Ranger has a salve, and at this point, 3 tangos. That's a lot of regen.
Zeus picking up a bounty rune and putting it in his bottle.
Well, we'll see.
Bloop. Not surprised to see Zeus take a extra level in Arc Lightning so he can last it against this Tiny.
Oh, lots of damage going out right there, presumably doing all he can to get out of there.
He's still got a bottle charge. I think he'll be alright.
He also DC'd, so he's back now.
So many G's. Nice. A lot of passive farming going on right now. The defenses here are really strong, and I think pretty much anyone could end up giving first blood. Nobody mentioned Elder Titan, but he's going up against a tri-lane with some serious CC capabilities. Earthshaker, when he's in lane, is really strong, and then if you couple that with the well-placed paralyzing cast from Witch Doctor, I mean, he could very easily get spun on, and that would just be the end of it.
But Elder Titan is not without his merits because his Astral Spirit is going to definitely do some good harass.
Yeah, his main reason, I guess, is scouting and harassing with the Spirit, which is just really strong.
Meanwhile, over in the woods, Flute Manhawk being chased out by Vovan Cooperative, who's looking to try to maybe harass him down. Will not be able to. Did successfully pull a camp over here, giving him a little extra gold in his pocket.
I think this Lion may have wanted to take a level of mana drain earlier. I think that would almost harass the Wind Ranger more so than using Earth Spike. Just, she's so mana dependent at all points in the game, really. And I think because now he doesn't really have any lane presence. His right clicks do nothing, and until he gets mana for a combo, he doesn't really provide any kill potential either. And it looks like he's farming up boots, so he doesn't even really have any regen. So yeah, I would love to have seen him put a point maybe instead of an Earth Spike in mana drain. I think that would be better in the long term.
Well, Io does have a double damage rune, so... Oh, it is actually active. It's just impossible to tell.
He's slightly more blue.
No one's.
They should probably change that.
Give it
Yeah,
like some sort of red lightning look or something.
Or
yeah,
give it
some
just-
sort of crackle.
Give it like more crackle so that it shows up on him.
Yeah. Nice. Throw a ranged creep at Zeus and
Fight
then have
starting
it
to break
attack
out
him.
over here in bottom lane. Flute Manhawk getting gone in on by the Phantom Lancer. She is running, but she's just going to walk away.
She's fine. She's got Wind Run. She's doing really good on farm. She is a little behind now on mana and regeneration for that. So I'm not sure exactly what she's going to do now that she can't spam off her power shot anymore.
Now there's a circling coming out right here. Vovan looking to try to get frisky. Will throw out the Earth Spike. Flute Manhawk in a bad spot now, getting chased down. And here comes, it could be it. The Frog, the first blood right there. Sub-Zero was able to bring her down.
I believe I said that one. I believe that was me.
I believe you said that it was going to be
Mid
Vovan
line.
Cooperative who picked it up. So nobody wins any rares. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You lose. Good
You
day,
lose.
sir. Meanwhile,
Alright,
they did
I'll
pick up
accept
Elder
that.
Titan at a skirmish over in Top River.
Yeah, he rotated, and they saw with the ward that he was coming around this one.
Stun going out on Jukebox Romulus. Romulus having to run into the backfield, getting healed up by the Witch Doctor. End of that skirmish right there. Still 1-1 at the 6.5 minute mark. Very, very, very careful play by both of these teams.
Witch Doctor's head down bottom. He is scouted by the ward though.
And the ward just died, so that's really unfortunate timing for him.
Mm-hmm, indeed. But Phantom Lancer will be able to get the heck out of Dodge and be safe for today.
The rune will not see, however, is this hasted Zeus coming in.
Very fast, very
Oh,
quick. Oh,
Vovan.
man, Vovan in a bad spot. He will get 1-2 shot easily right there. And then they're going to go and take this opportunity to pull some extra money into their pockets by picking up the camp that Lion had pulled.
Oh, and Phantom Lancer not taking any chances. He is hiding down here in the woods.
Mr. Earthshaker died to a neutral creep because I think he got hit by poison from one of the small camp creeps.
Indeed, indeed, good sir.
Oh, that's gotta be so lame. Oh, he's picking up a salve. He'll be alright for next time.
Tiny going out with a stun, hitting Mr. Bobby and the Jukebox Romulus.
They're not gonna get any kills.
They're not going to get anything because you know who just teleported in? Crow Daddy 2 Dags. Crow Daddy 2 Dags throws down a Sentry Ward and picks up a Bounty Rune like it's nobody's business. Then he smokes
smoked.
up. He's ready to go. He says, 420 MLG, blaze it. Here comes a
Oh,
Fisher,
but he's
son.
not in time for Manhawk.
Tragic indeed, and now he's probably going to be in a really bad spot as Vovon Cooperative has a really bad, or a really easy chance to pick up Crow Daddy 2 Dags.
Yeah, that rotation was nice, but it was a little too late.
A little too late, indeed. They picked off Wind Ranger long before Earthshaker showed up, and that really took the wind out of his sails there.
Yeah, I think she was trying to bait them, and she baited a little too hard. Juggernaut already done with his Morbid Mask, going the usual Mask of Madness build.
Oh,
that's
we've got
really
a bit
popular.
of a spot here in mid. Crow Daddy 2 Gags throwing out the Fisher to try to separate Tiny and Io, and will be able to do it.
Fortunately, Jukebox Romulus wasn't in the right position. Otherwise, he would have had a kill there.
The Fisher ended about right there. Looked like that guy. But Jukebox was kind of right here. If he had been somewhere along the tip of the actual Fisher, he would have had a much easier time. Meanwhile, Jukebox Romulus says, press R, win game, picking up IO.
Yeah, Io has to really look out for that, because Zeus's burst damage is going to be a real big issue for him.
All right, they're trying to catch somebody out here. Tiny tossing up, stunning out the Earthshaker in a 1-2 punch and says, nah, nothing for you, Crow Daddy 2 Gags. I love your name, but I hate your game.
It's
Yeah.
not 2 Gags.
I know it's not 2 Gags, all right?
Why do they all have such hard names to say?
Crow
Luke
Daddy
Manhawk
2
trying
Dads.
to chase down Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger will run away. Then comes the finger out. They're going to try to pick up Zeus here. They will. Very nicely done. But now Mr. Bobby is looking to try to pick up Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero being chased, being drained now, right? Oh, then he will go down. The nice Fisher trapping, presumably. Oh, then the Roshan kill right there. Now Roshan can't get back to his house. He'll walk away. Crow Daddy 2 Dags is getting frogged now, being chased by Tiny. Tiny doesn't have enough mana to throw off his stun, but it doesn't matter because presumably we'll pick up the Earthshaker.
What even just happened there? What was that fight even?
Well, I think I should call it like it is, a Roshan MVP.
Yeah, the Roshan pull there was hilarious. Ugh, that was a really sloppy fight. Though I love Phantom Lancer using the Fog of War on the Roshan pit to sort of juke Witch Doctor. But in the end, Earthshaker's wall kinda put an end to that. And meanwhile, Earthshaker is or not Earthshaker, excuse me, Elder Titan.
Oh, then there was a Tiny, then he was gone. Jukebox Romulus throwing out 3 hits right there. You see right on the recap, he went Thunder Gods at the very end after hitting him with a lightning bolt and some chain lightning, and boom, that Tiny was no more.
Tiny was a little too cocksure of himself with that haste rune, even
Oh,
though he had almost no health.
He was cock-rocked and ready to lock. Wait,
Pop, lock, and drop it.
drop my base.
He did the robot. And then he did the Carlton.
Monster Mash.
Monster Mash!
Awesome. Perfect. Flawless execution.
Amazing.
10 out of 10, MLG.
Yeah, I like that Zeus now has pretty much his own private witch doctor to sort of counter the fact that they've got a wisp tiny
fight
mid.
happening yet again. Vovon Cooperative going out for the front, throwing the Earth Spike out on Mr. Bobby, though it doesn't matter because Vovon Cooperative. Then in comes the sleep. Crow Daddy 2 Dags getting beaten down right there. Chain Lightning sealing the deal for Lion, but now Jugs coming out to play for the first time in this entire game, and he is going to pick up the IO. It's a 2-for-2 exchange, and they are chasing down the Mr. LG. He'll throw out the stun, but will it be enough? The sleep, my ladies and gentlemen, will be able to save that Tiny for another day.
That was really nice.
Oh, maybe not, because Thunder God's
Nope,
Wrath
nope,
is off
he's about to die.
cooldown, and Zaboobies!
Are fortified.
Oh, they had a salve for him.
Aw. The Shapoopy. The Shapoopy. The girl who's hard to get.
Or the rock person.
It's hard to get.
Yes.
Who's hard to get. Zeus, I know, is like, why? Why didn't I kill him? That was really clutch. I wonder if we'll see any, like, clutch dust purchases where somebody, like, gets dust and then hides right before Thunder God's Wrath.
Well,
Speaking of, Earthshaker
smoke right now,
You
Two Daddy,
still thinking of
Dire
smoke.
structures.
Two Daddy Crodags is getting smoked up along with Mr. Bobby and the Jukebox Romulus.
up, and
I
Wind
think
Ranger's
is-
baiting.
I think
Oh,
this is
out
it.
goes the cask. This nice juxtaposition right there as Phantom Lancer gets the heck out of dodge. Meanwhile, the Fisher comes
Tiny.
out. Finger comes in. Booyakasha! That's going to be 2 lost for Nero's squad right there. Maybe even 3. Indeed, the third 3 for none exchange with presumably Io picking up a 2 for none. Seriously ripping pepperoni, and here's a drawing of some pepperoni.
I think they definitely got too greedy there. They should have gone for the lion that was way out of position instead of, trying to get the Phantom Lancer who can escape pretty much anything.
I think I see why they did it, though. They're definitely trying to shut down some of his farming.
Meanwhile, back up in top lane, Snowplaw's getting an easy time on Igo's zip code. But then, of course, Wisp will drop in there. Io saying, hey, relocate, let's do this.
No, they already used relocate.
Oh, well,
Yep,
then he teleported
37
in.
seconds worth of cooldown.
They're going to try to single out Mr. Bobby here. Mr. Bobby will not be able to be taken out right there with the Astral Spirit chasing him down, but there will be nothing else for them there. They're just going to have to let this one go.
Wisp now has his Tranquil Boots up, so he's going to be a lot harder for Zeus to kill now. Just his passive regen, and then that regen that he can now grant to anybody else as well is really powerful. Oh, lots of... There's sort of a rotation here, maybe more of the reforming of the original tri-lane, but with this ward here, they're going to see the top is really populated, though they may mistake this illusion as a Zeus ward, or as Zeus. No. Never mind, he was just using it as a lane ward. That was unfortunate. It would have been really cool to see what would happen with the Zeus illusion if they had mistaken it as the real one. Also, of note, Tiny now has his Aghanim, so he's moving very quickly into a tower pushing build. I would expect to see something like an attack speed boost as his next item. Maybe his
Yeah.
Blink Dagger, though.
I
Depending.
think he'll probably be getting an AC next.
I mean,
so
they are...
he can tank up his team a bit and get
Yeah.
the attack speed he needs.
Is under attack.
He's already got Wispa's overcharge, so he has a little bit of an attack speed boost already. But
Wispus.
rushing Ags, I would kind of expect it. Oh, Lions here at mid. Zeus getting froggy.
Oh, he's going to get real froggy indeed, quite literally in the phase, but then the cast comes out. Meanwhile, looks like Death Ward was going to try to be brought out by Mr. Bobby, but he will be chased off with one swing of the Mr. LG's mighty tree trunk.
I think he realized that it wasn't going to do enough damage before it was too late, and the rest of the team got there and decided it was worth backing off.
Meanwhile, Juggernaut, who has quietly and quickly moved into #1 farm position with 109 last hits. He's currently trying to push on top lane. There will be a teleport in via Elder Titan to stop that push.
Also, Wind Ranger's going to die to Phantom Lancer again, way behind her tower. I think Phantom Lancer's getting to the point, though, where he just does not care. Definitely not the best game for Wind Ranger, and the unfortunate thing about that is we're not going to get to see her true semi-carry kind of potential come to light, because she's just getting so far behind at 0 and 3.
No, I think we still have a good chance to see it. She is building towards her Maelstrom.
Wonder why they would go Maelstrom and not, like, Ags Daedalus.
because you go Maelstrom first, so that you can farm the Ags Daedalus.
Up. Relocate coming out in just the nick of time. Tiny's going to go back to base with Wisp and heal up.
Meanwhile, Zeus will single out with a nice Yule Scepter swing, taking out the Lion. Toss
wow.
going out, Wisp getting thrown into the team. What was they thinking?
I do believe that was a mistake.
I think he was probably aiming for maybe the Lion, but Lion is actually dead too, so...
No, he wanted to throw a creep, but...
Yeah, but then he threw Wisp instead and said,
Oh, RNG, you're so unkind.
tragic.
It's like, here, take this free Wisp as a token of our friendship.
Let the treaty be signed in blood.
The magical lifeblood of Wisp. Oh. Earthshaker, what are you doing, man?
Quite the whiffed fissure there.
Yeah,
but it'll be
you
enough
try
to deny the tower. So, all in all, at the end of the day, even with the whiff, it was still well done.
Yeah, that gold denial is kind of important. I mean, Tiny had even used his stun though, so like, Tiny is sitting there, no wisp, no nothing. It would have been a great chance to finish him off. And I think that got wasted.
You're now making use of the Zeus to deward the map, so Radiant's gonna be looking a little light on vision for the next little bit. They've still got this ward over here in Dire Jungle.
They're going for Roche too.
They can't buy any more wards for another 2.5 minutes. So that's gonna secure this Roche attempt.
Teleport going out from Crowdaddy to Dags, who's going to try to stop the push that's currently going out on top lane. Mr. LG just beating down the tower as we speak. Power shot goes out, nothing there, but then Phantom Lancer comes out of the woods, and they're going to try to chase down Flute Manhawk so fast, gotta go fast, but will it be enough to stop him? Yes, indeed, Flute Manhawk. Oh, what a juxtaposition right there. Absolutely devastating. Flute Manhawk now down on after all was said and done, but Nero did pick up the Aegis and pass it on. Who picked it up? It was Juggernaut. So Jugs has got some Aegis.
Jug was soloing Roshan during that fight. Although it was great to see how Phantom Lancer has just been killing Wind Ranger so easily, and he pretty much has every ability required to counter her. So that's a good note for later. Don't pick Wind Ranger against Phantom Lancer.
He will eat you.
He will eat you alive, especially with Diffusal. Lots of slow.
I think he's either gonna go for his Manta next, or I think he should go for a Scotty.
Well, he does have the Yasha done. The Scotty would be great for helping his survivability, but to be quite honest, they haven't actually gotten even close to killing him. I think one time, and that was way early game during the Shenanigan team fight. Oh, Earthshaker in trouble up top. Oh. Oh, Tiny's gonna make it out with less than 100 HP. Zeus, I'm sure, is feeling really bad about that one.
Meh, he'll live.
Yes, he will, because you TP'd back to base.
Exactly.
Looks like Zeus is going to go for a Veil of Discord first instead of Aghanims.
It's much better, to be honest. You do way more damage with Veil of Discord than just... Because the way it works is you get more damage on all of your abilities instead of just your ultimate.
Ah. Well, alright then. You think he'll still go Refresher then? And skip Ags?
No,
or
I
go...
think I'll probably get the eggs first.
Ah. Alright.
You want the Ags for the tank ability and the extra damage.
Now that late game is kind of ahead already, and Phantom Lancer especially being 5-1, do you think that Nero has a good chance of bringing this back around?
Good God. Mr. LG Invisible taking out Wind Ranger with nothing more than a toss, a rock slide, and a swing of the mighty tree trunk.
Yeah, his combo, if you avalanche and toss the target while they're being avalanched, it does additional damage.
Yeah,
And
it deals the avalanche damage twice.
Yep, it's pretty nasty.
And
Also,
I was right, he is going for a
Assault Cuirass, yeah.
Fight happening over in top lane now. Juggernaut trying to chase down Phantom Lancer, popping in with a teleport, as well as Mr. LG. Tiny all trying to stave off that push, and they will with Jukebox Romulus and, of course, Snowplows dipping back into the jungle to not be seen again until later in the fight.
Now, Juggernaut is saving up for money. He's probably going to go for a Basher next.
That seems like a reasonable thing to get for him. He's already got the attack speed. He's got Sanjin Yasha.
Oh, the bait, the bait. Will they fall for it? No, they will not.
He's got enough for it now, but I think he's saving for buyback as well.
I'm a little curious why Wisp is not with... Oh, it's a relocate. That's what's up.
Wind
Wisp-
Ranger getting chased down yet again. Flute Manhawk running for dear life. No wind run yet. No wind run yet. Will not be able to. Still on cooldown. Man, he's got to chill out just a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all the while during that, Juggernaut used his ultimate and just took out Tiny because he did not have his Wisp with him.
Indeed.
Yeah, that trade-off, man. You get to relocate the Phantom Lancer on top of an easy kill. Do you think they're trying to transition more off of Tiny, who has had a really impeccable game, onto the Phantom Lancer? Because that's sort of the vibe I'm getting now. They seem to be dedicating all their resources to him at this point. And he also went Manta. So, Phantom Lancer trying to farm and push harder.
Maelstrom coming out on Snowplows.
Yep, different hammer that they're going to decide to go for.
Who needs stuns when you can clear waves?
Juggernaut does.
Yeah, but I mean, they have Witch Doctor stun, they have Shackle, they have all that Earthshaker does. I think the stun department, unless he's monoing somebody, I think he's okay.
I like what Juggernaut's doing. I like what he's doing, honestly. He's trying to prioritize farm at this point because he's very well ahead of everyone else. Even Phantom Lancer, who is he's still 30 creep score behind Juggernaut.
Well,
Juggernaut.
take a look over at net worth. He's really not that far ahead of either of them. Like, he's ahead of Tiny by 300
Then
gold.
perhaps he senses that, and he's using this Maelstrom to try to get that money up even faster.
I think that's a reasonable thing. But he's going to have a real hard time late game just against them because
Because his
the other
team has been feeding
Is it because the
hardcore.
other team has late game?
yes, in fact they do.
Yeah, it's going to be rough to try and counter both a Phantom Lancer
Smoked up.
and a Tiny that's this farmed.
Oh, this
they
one's
should
gonna
know
be
that.
big.
Oh,
This thing has started, and he's gonna Omni Slash both and Kit. Oh my goodness, they just fed 3 to Juggernaut. Oh, Tiny, you done goofed, kid. You done goofed hard.
Wow, they were coming in search for Wind Ranger again, and she actually did bait this time.
For the other team.
Well, that's the point.
That's the point of bait.
Yeah, she was all like, I'm all alone in the woods. You could totally kill me.
Don't
Oh.
kill me, guys. Don't kill me.
Don't kill me like you have all those other times. And then her team showed up and was like, Why, hello.
Sleeping the minions. Elder Titan trying to stave off this push. There is no glyph available right now for Radiant side. They're gonna. Oh, okay, never mind. It just came
That's
off.
because they just used it. There is no glyph. Towers are golden and shiny. I wonder why.
Well, they're gonna pick up a tier 2 in bottom lane, doing a very good job being the first to break tier 2. They have tier 1 over in top lane taken as well.
Looks like they might be considering a Roshan push. He's not up just yet.
Won't
We're
be
going to
up for
be
another 3
checking.
minutes.
Yeah, he's got some time.
2 minutes, sorry. That thing is hard to read.
Oh, Zeus could be in a bad spot here, but he does manage to de-ward just in time. And he runs away. Good job, Zeus. Good job.
Super runaway time. He's going to pop his haste rune too.
What are you, Dean Venture?
Super runaway time. Yeah, okay, I could be Dean Fincher. I
All
could
right,
definitely
I'll be
pull
Hank
that
Venture.
off.
It's fine. Don't eat that pie. It is a poisonous magic pie.
Oh, the relocate coming out.
Oh, the Earth
Juggernaut
Splitter,
is in
the Earth Splitter.
trouble.
Boom! Jugs, you in a bad spot, dude. You in a bad spot. You get eaten for 593 gold going to Elder Titan. Probably not the person you want to feed it to, but hey.
They managed to do 2 separate engagements that for there. They went on the Windrunner on top with the relocate and with the Tiny, and then sent the rest of their people on the Juggernaut mid.
Tiny's going to take tier 2, and then
And then
Phantom
they're gonna get
Lancer's
the-
going to backstab Wind Ranger. It's just a slaughter fest over here.
Meanwhile, Crow Daddy 2Gags coming out of the woods to try to save off. Big juxtaposition coming out of Phantom Lancer, and they're going to try to chase down anybody. The Yule Scepter putting up Sub-Zero. They're going to throw out the Chain Lightning, get rid of the illusions, and then they're going to fortify for top lane because Mr. LG says, Tree Trunk of Justice, sir. And
Yeah,
look at
that's
how
not gonna
fast he's
work.
swinging that trunk. Look at how fast he's swinging that trunk. Out goes the toss. Mr. LG in a bad spot. He's teleporting. He's not going to be able to teleport out. He will. Good job.
Yeah, nice Astral Spirit. Stomping Zeus.
After all that, tier 3. So late game saying, you know what? You may have taken our tier 2 there just now, but we're going to add insult to injury. Super injury at that.
I think that the Veil of Discord on Zeus is showing its worth, but there's just a lot of stuff that's happening that's he just doesn't have the support that he needs. Like the foundation to this house, it's a really nice looking house, but the foundation that is the supports, Earthshaker and Wind Ranger, they're just not really there. Witch Doctor's been doing what he can. But he hasn't really even gotten a position where he could death ward.
And Snowplows is going to go for a Roshan attempt.
Now they're gonna scout it out with the Astral Spirit. Not really sure why they would use Fissure there.
I think they wanted to block him in.
This
so
is a bad spot, but the Omni Slash goes out. Oh, and Snowplows is going to pick up a Tiny. Oh, and they're going to catch presumably as well. Presumably he's going to go down right there. Power shot, a little too late to get the assist on there, but Snowplows just does not even care at this point.
Everything went better than expected.
Indeed.
Yeah, apparently
4 for
walling
none.
people away from your carry is a good way to do it.
4 for none and a Roshan. Very well done.
And Juggernaut was spinning because they pretended they were going to stomp him to sleep him, and it actually protected him from a lot of different stuff. So that actually worked really well for them. Nero really pulling it out there. That was a
Late game.
clutch Roche battle.
If you look at the late game net worth right now, they went from a spike of nearly 7,500 gold and has just plummeted. We're talking like Mauna Kea kind of plummet right here. Just completely into the sea right now. Meanwhile, XP has swung hard for Nero since that last engagement.
Let's not forget that Phantom Lancer died in that fight. He is building Eye of Scotty, but that's going to set him back. And they also lost the Tiny and the Wisp. That's a pretty nasty loss for them. Tiny working towards what I'm going to guess is either a Basher or BKB. I think he probably needs a BKB. against Zeus and Earthshaker, since stun is really his sort of his downfall. So I would expect him to go BKB. I haven't heard any "no, you're wrong" and "dumb," so I'm gonna assume that was probably a wise assumption.
Yes, it was.
Awesome.
Always build a BKB.
Oh, relocate on Tiny coming out. Up, they're going to move over to bottom lane. Looks like they're just using it as a free teleport to sort of rapidly push bottom.
They're going to
Looks
disengage and presumably will warp back.
They're gonna leave Tiny there, which
Could be bad considering that Jugs is on his way.
Yeah, he's
beelining is a word.
Phantom Lancer will see it because he was on the high ground at the time. Jugs just came into position to where you could see him from up there.
Tiny went ahead and TP'd top to get away from that, so he's just gonna push that now.
That's a good thing.
It's just keeping the pressure up, trying to keep Nero off their feet, so they have to keep rotating. And by golly, they are, because we saw Jugs sort of come down this way and up this way, up this way. Like, there's no farming that's actually happening. I mean, Jugs is farming the jungle as he goes, but the rest of his team are sort of escorting him around, and they're getting nothing for their time.
Invisibility.
Whereas, meanwhile, you've got Tiny farming here, Wisp is leeching the experience, Phantom Lancer busy down bottom. Zeus did finish his refresher, so that's a step up. Elder Titan has been sort of not doing much of anything mid, but we knew he would be boring.
Juggernaut now has enough for his butterfly, which is, again, probably still gonna hold off on it so he can have enough for his...
Tiny's got his BKB now. This next fight is going to go really differently when they've got 3, maybe even 4 people on their team that can't actually do anything.
There it is. He's got the parts for the butterfly flying out to him now.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be looking to engage here in this next minute before the Aegis expires.
Indeed, they've got about a minute left on the Aegis before it gets reclaimed, so he needs to make use of it now. It's kind of a poop or get off the pot kind of moment going on here.
Yeah, they don't have their smoke with them, unfortunately, so they can't just engage on bottom. They're all gonna have to walk down there.
Wind Ranger should be able to scout some of this out. There is a sort of slow rotation here, but Earthshaker still working on mid, and Elder Titan seems sort of okay with just counter pushing mid with Astral Spirit from the tier 2s.
Zeus has actually opted to go for a refresher before Agnum Scepter.
Both teams here looking for that one-off person that they can find to sort of open up the door for a team fight in their favor.
Now we
it's
got
Dire Smoke. This could be good. They might find, presumably, from the high ground here. They're going the wrong way. But Tiny is here.
Nope, they're gonna find him.
They're gonna find him. Then he is gonna run, baby, run. The Omni Slash goes out. BKB not saving you from Jack right there. And he's gone. He's out of there. Mr. Bobby picking up the kill.
Tiny will teleport, but the double ultimate from Zeus is going to pick up Wisp instead. So they are going to get a kill, but I guess
the one
Not
they were
the
hoping
kill they
for.
wanted.
Yeah, not who they wanted. That BKB just saved Tiny's life.
However, I
And-
will say this. By picking up Wisp, Nero has seriously hampered late game's ability to keep them on their toes.
I would agree with that.
That's going to be a very important play here in this next 20 seconds while Wisp is still down.
Yeah, they've got 20 seconds now where they don't have to worry about a Phantom Lancer or a Tiny dropping in on their head. And Tiny has opted not to build a Blink Dagger, so he really has little to no engagement power without the Wisp.
Earth Split going out will pick up nobody.
Whiff on everything.
Oh, and then an engagement. Crow Daddy 2 gags throwing in the towel on Lion there. They're going to go for late game. Mr. LG, the tower spin. Snowplows is trying to get away. Will the Aegis pop? It will not. I guess
It was
It was reclaimed.
Tragic days indeed. As Flute Master Hawk tries to go in. The Death Ward doing some damage to Lake and Mr. LG. Mr. LG getting so much damage right there, but it will not be enough to kill Mr. LG. That's going to be a 4-man just team-wide, possibly 5-man right here as Crow Daddy throws out the last of the fishers that he can. He needs to run, baby, run.
Blink?
Nope, no blinkies, sir. 2 seconds left on it.
5 for 3, and they almost got a wisp too. That was quite a team fight. Really great initial initiation from Nero, but then things went sort of haywire when Jugs tried to go after Tiny, and Tiny was like, hey, I can 1v1 too, and cleaved off 3/4 of his health in 2 moves. I think that
Juggernaut needs to get himself that basher we were talking about earlier.
yeah, I would have to agree with that at this point too. Just sacrifice the TP scrolls and build some boots of travel after getting the basher.
I mean, heck, he might even have to get an Agnum Scepter because he just needs his ult as much as possible to deal with this Tiny.
Yeah, and I think things are rapidly getting out of control with both Phantom Lancer and Tiny. It's becoming a game of we have to use everything we've got to kill one. Like, at what point do you have a strategy to also handle whoever's left over? And I don't think they have that right now. I mean, unless somebody is way far along with the Scythe of Ice that I'm not aware of.
No, nobody has that.
Yeah.
Witch Doctor should have a BKB very soon.
Earthshaker
Earthshaker actually
building
has
Ags.
Ags finished now.
Yeah, and then Windranger working towards her Ags. No real sign from Zeus about what he's going to build next. He's kind of just sitting on some cash. And looks like Witch Doctor is building BKB. So, very, very slowly building
Juggernaut
BKB.
has opted to grab some TP boots. So, he's got his slot open now. It'll either be,
Aegis, which will be
That's
up for
dangerous,
grabs
though.
soon.
He has no BKB. They have an overcharged Tiny and a Phantom Lancer. So if he dies, we're easily looking at top racks dropping or even a straight through mid push.
Yep.
Like this seems almost like an all-in strat from him. Because let's face it, he's the only one on their team that has
We're gonna have a double
has the
damage
power
Tiny now
to deal with Radiant.
as well.
double damage Tiny is scary.
Yep, and he's got a Wisp who is ready to relocate. It's just a question of where did they take him, and I think they don't know where Dire is right now. They don't have vision, so yeah, the Astral Spirit's not going to be able to go far enough to figure out where they are. I think they're going to have to just lose that DD. You can sort of see what you were talking about with Zeus dewarding. Radiance had to move their ward pretty much over here, so they've lost a lot of direct Roshan visibility here as to where they can see. So in that regard, Zeus has been doing a really good job of making Dire have a really easy time to get Roshan pickups.
Thankfully, they have the Elder Titan to assist with their vision on it, and it will be coming up soon. And I think at that point, we'll see who's going to win this game. Because whoever gets the Roshan next, I think I would put Rares on winning.
You know, that's the thing, like, both of the Roshan attempts that have happened in this game, neither time had the Aegis been popped. That's disconcerting, but at the same time, I do agree with your assessment. Whomsoever may take this Roshan may hold the keys to the kingdom.
That's a lot of Mays.
May. James May.
May.
Hey, what's your favorite 5th month of the year, Logs?
Probably April.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was hoping you would say Smarch.
Dank Mays.
No.
All right, the Roshan is up, and here it goes the Jugs. Looks like Earthshaker's going to scout out. They're going to see it with the Elder Titan. There goes the Stomp. Not much else. Oh, in comes the BKB. Snowplows is in a bad spot. That's going to be right there. Mr. LG taking no damage from that Death Ward. In comes... Was that Snowplows back up? Mr. Bobby's in a bad...
Snowplows got fingered, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, that's what it was. And looks like we're going to see Romulus go down as well. Oh, there goes the refresh, the toss-up, but Old Man Winter could not seal the deal after all is said and done. No buyback except from Juggernaut.
Juggernaut's not going to waste buyback. He knows he can't contest this. At least not solo, and at least not with his ultimate on cooldown. And that's the Aghanims that you were talking about, that he needs to pick that up, since he's so dependent on it. The problem was he Omni/Phantom Lancer, and Phantom Lancer had both his Manta and his Juxtaposition, or his Doppelganger ready.
You've seen that fight, just how powerful Phantom Lancer is against Juggernaut. He just owns him, because if he's got any illusions out, they'll suck up all the hits from the Omni/Slash, and even if he starts getting hit, you can just juxtapose.
Watch out, mortals. Zeus is back.
Buyback's getting popped. I think they had to do that, though. If they let Tiny take too long on a tower, it's gone. They have lots of counter push here, but it's not great.
Elder Titan's constant harassment. Constant. I mean, this is something that just won't go away, like a rash or a fungal infection. It's just, there's nothing to it right now for Elder Titan to just go in, sleep everybody, and then everybody either walks out or engages. So Elder Titan's being a very valuable asset.
Yeah,
I'd like to see from Elder Titan. I'd like to see him. Okay, never mind. He picked up a Yasha.
What would you have liked to have seen?
I wanted him to get an Agnum Scepter.
Aww.
Oh dear. TL is in a bit of a pickle, as it were.
Indeed, indeed. He's going to get found out. There goes the push out. Sub-Zero's going to reveal himself, though. The whiff of the Fissure yet again. Again with that.
Sub-Zero. He's just in the trees. He doesn't have a TP scroll. There's no TP. Oh, and Earthshaker's.
Oh, but he will get sent out again. There's going to be a sleeper move right there. Sub-Zero's still wandering in the trees. He's lost in the woods. Little red Phantom Lancer over here. Once again, juking right there. Puss in Jukes. I cannot believe it.
All of the doppelgangering.
And then he will be brought down by Jukebox Romulus.
But here comes Wisp and Tiny. BKB's at the ready.
And Crow Daddy 2 Dags is going to throw out the stun to try to delay the inevitable. The toss out illusion getting flattened by hard light right there. Absolutely disgusting.
They were just up there for so long that relocate was able to come off cooldown. And I think that's going to cost them the game.
Yeah, Jugs is down for 72 seconds. Only one they've got is Wind Ranger. Oh, Wind Ranger popping everything she's got.
Throwing the focus fire, Mr. LG. Mr. LG, he's trying to stop it. He's so big, so big. Flute Manhawk running for dear life. Was going to be able to get out of there, but no, sirree, Bob. That's not going to be the same thing for the Barracks, who just go down like butter on a hot breakfast plate.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, man, you gotta bring them out every now and then.
At this point, with Elder Titan and Tiny, that's definitely GG.
And they're gonna call it.
At a final score of 35-24 after one game, finally, well, we're going to see Late Game pull out a victory. That's going to make us go to game number 3 here in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with us one moment as we bring you some more exciting UGC action in just a few moments.
Well, that was an interesting game. I really don't think that Dyer had a plan exactly. It was kind of like We're going to feed Juggernaut as much as we possibly can and hope that he can deal with this. And obviously he could not. I really didn't see where they had any idea of what they were going to do other than hope that maybe they got a good team fight. And there was just sort of, as the game dragged on, they got to the point where they were more and more like, screw it, we'll just do it. And it finally ended up costing them. I didn't see We Got Late Game really losing that anyway, though. So, a really interesting game, though. I thought it was kind of greedy to have both Tiny Wisp and Phantom Lancer, but honestly, it worked really well. Lion's a great babysitter. And even though I thought that he maybe made some mistakes early game, it didn't matter, because by that point, Phantom Lancer was to the point where he could solo Wind Ranger. She was just a very poor choice against him.
Delicious appetizer for the game to come is what it felt like.
Yeah, she, like, after he got Diffusal, that additional slow, like, it was just pretty much over, and it was like, every time she got seen, she died. And then we had one shot where she was really trying to I guess, show her worth when Zeus and her were kind of doing their last stand against Tiny. And I think they might have won, actually, but the rest of his team showed up and literally Wisp blinked. I'm not sure how that works, but somehow he blinked and then Tiny had all of his health back. And it was like, well, that's the end. Oh, right. Well, in that case, cheese, cheese to cheese, and then cheese. But that was a really amazing game. I didn't really think that we got late game was ever really going to lose. There might have been a couple of fights where Juggernaut would come out all right, but they were always. It was never a clean fight. If they came out ahead, it was because they caught a couple people out, or there was just sort of some weirdness that happened.
Well, that's what it was going to come down to. It was if they could have gotten a few, if they had picked off the Tiny and the PL, and because they were in bad spots, they could have definitely won that game.
Yeah, I think so. I would have liked to see less buying of Ags. Like, they had a strat, and they played it like they were winning. But it didn't pan out. Yeah, exactly. They needed to be playing more from the, okay, we're losing vantage point and adjust their builds and strategy appropriately. And that didn't happen. And they paid for it. In more than just gold.
They paid for it in blood.
Mostly Wind Rangers, but yes. Actually, I think Witch Doctor got sort of beat up a lot too, but I just remember that Wind Rangers' bloodstains were pretty much perpetually on bottom lane. I'm gonna grab a snack before our next game starts up. Also, kudos to Logs for calling all the builds. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but you still did a really good job of it. Some of them not so obvious. Some of them, like the tiny, I would have.
Radiant team, ban.
Baby back.
Yeah, of course I'm back. I was waiting for you two ladies to get ready for another round of fantastic UGC Dota 2 League Season 3 Week 11 best of 3 match between, well, they're now called Buff Dudes United versus we got Late Game. Of course, that is New Rome, but we're okay with Buff Dudes United too, ain't we, Jenkins?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Buff Dudes, we're okay with them here in the Dota 2 Killcopter. The Dota 2 Killcopter consists of Brushfire, that's me, my good man Jujkin Josar, the co-analyst and build expertise, and of course, stats being headed up by Technoman, who did a grand total of 1 the entirety of last game. Last game was pretty fantastic at a
You
final
only
score.
needed 1.
At a final score of 24-34, we got Late Game showed why their namesake is thus, making a pretty good usage of Tiny's very early agonyms and pretty much dominant lane presence thanks to IO. Logs, what do you got to say about that last game?
That last game definitely came down to it's
Reserve time.
I'm sorry, Rome just didn't have the late game presence, as it were, to take on we got Late Game.
Indeed. Tato, man, you got anything to add before we start talking about the current draft?
I would just say quickly that Buff Dudes United played like they were ahead, and they put a lot on Juggernaut's shoulders, but they didn't have enough support from the foundation to really carry it through, and I think it cost them.
Dire team, ban.
Well, that being said, it's time to watch this match go down. First round bans are currently finished with the Sniper Troll Warlord banned out by BDU, and we got Late Game banning out the Storm Spirit Juggernaut, picking up CM Dunk as their first pick.
I'm seeing a reprise of our first, I say this in air quotes, draft game.
Yes.
It was just a draft. It was who could make the prettiest draft, the game.
Now I hope they won't pick the Juggernaut again, because that didn't work so well for them last game. I mean,
Remaining.
oh yeah.
Yep.
So. Well, then they can't.
5 seconds.
Yep.
Remaining.
I think they're in a good place right now.
Reserve time.
Earthshaker.
They're gonna go with the Earthshaker again.
Very quick pickup of Earthshaker Lena to answer back from the CM Dunk pickup by We Got Late Game over on Buff Dudes United.
Very, very good. Your girl is on the field.
Oh, I'm aware. But I won't tell you what I'm wearing.
I'm gonna hope that it's
I hope
pants.
more clothes than the last time I saw you.
Well, let's just say it feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Seconds remaining.
Wait, who in this game wears stuff that it's like nothing at all? At least from a male perspective.
Reserve
Oh, male?
Because you can say Luna all day long, because she
Yeah.
does wear something that makes it look like she's wearing nothing at all.
I mean, like Void's pretty much wearing nothing at all.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got kind of a
Faceless
loincloth.
Yeah, but that's more the point. He's wearing almost nothing at all.
Puck's not wearing anything at all.
Well, he's actually not wearing nothing at all.
ban.
We're looking for the male who feels like he's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Terrorblade wears absolutely nothing.
Again, we're looking for the guy who's wearing feels like nothing at all.
Seconds
I think you're
remaining.
pushing this joke too far, and we don't care about it anymore.
Man, fuck you guys.
Dire team, ban.
What happened to the no cursing rule?
I can invoke it once a season. I just use mine.
I'm gonna ban you.
Just try to have a little fun is all.
I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna hold my one token. For that
No, you've
one
already used
time.
your one
10
token, sir.
seconds.
Yes, you
I
have.
think I've
And-
used like 5 years worth of tokens.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm okay with that though.
But anyway, third ban's going out to Phantom Lancer by BDU, and we got late game banning out the Broodmother yet again.
No!
And it makes sense on how we got late game played. They don't want to deal with Broodmother. That's why they always ban her out.
To be fair, yeah, that makes sense.
Now, to be unfair, no, he was dumb. You
Dire
don't need to ban
team
that.
ban.
Especially, I feel like you don't need to ban the Broodmother when you pick up the axe. It feels unnecessary to me.
I've seen a Broodmother against a team where 4 other people were
10 seconds
statistically
remaining.
better at killing her, and she
5
still won
seconds
because of just
remaining.
really good player positioning. So I think
Reserve time.
it's one of those things where you don't really want to have to dedicate the resources to dealing with her. So just more of taking her out of the picture entirely.
I guess. Let's see. What do you think? What do you think we got late games gonna pick next? 'Cause they're probably gonna put the puck mid.
Totally need a Ricky or something this game. I need something off
Really? You
the
think so?
wall. Yeah, I think we got late game could totally go with like a Ricky and just
And it'd be hilarious.
it would be hilarious. Just please, for the love of God, don't put him off lane. He gets destroyed and then he has no items and it's like, smite the invisible rat.
I think he's more of a sheep.
Team pick.
He is kind of a ram type thing.
Aren't ram and sheep the same thing?
Well, a sheep is female.
I think the sheep is the animal type, and I think rams are male.
This is looking really familiar.
This is
But
too. This is
anyways.
too much. This is too involved for biology for my taste. Buff Dudes United picking up the Bat Rider Ancient Apparition shortly after banning out the Vengeful Spirit. Meanwhile, Abaddon picked up by We Got Late Game.
It's more of zoology.
Meh.
Yeah, but
Tomato,
yeah,
tomato.
Ancient App. Okay.
There she
There's,
is.
Dire
Medusa.
team ban.
So it'll probably be, let's see, Medusa, safe lane, Abaddon, support, puck middle, axe jungle. Still need a offlaner.
Anti-mage?
10 seconds remaining.
Well, I mean on Buff Dudes United. Against Medusa.
That makes more sense.
Either that a Spectre. I mean, are we trying to go like maximum out carry? Oh, they're
Well,
going to ban out the anti-mage.
I think that's a smart ban.
Pick.
That is
Indeed.
a really smart ban.
You know what the specters?
Spectre with Diffusal might be good here. Of course, then again, her haunts, won't they get dispelled if Medusa ults? So
Yeah, but
So Medusa's
10 seconds remaining.
go with like a Naga Siren.
seconds
Nope, still uses illusions. Crap, what agility carry is there that doesn't use illusions? Luna? Banned. Sniper's also banned. Oh,
PA?
Phantom Assassin. Yeah. Maybe. Thought you were saying Phantom Lancer for some reason.
Yo, Logs.
That would be
Remember,
PL.
remember when PA changed to PL?
No,
That
no,
that
'cause
was
never
quite the
happened.
sex change.
And also a race change, because one is a humanoid and the other is a cat man.
It's
Oh,
a
wouldn't that be a
fursuit.
species then? Well, no, she's a cross-species
I said-
dresser.
Race.
It's a fursuit.
No, she's a cross-species dresser. It's fine.
Ah, there we go. Gyrocopter. Agility carry, no illusions.
I'm not sure how I feel about the gyrocopter. I feel like he's pretty weak. Pretty weak.
Well, to be fair, both Medusa and Gyrocopter have like Rapier's core. So at least you have somebody who can benefit from the other one dropping one.
One
True.
Arcana for every rapier bought this game.
10 seconds
Okay, I will accept you
remaining.
buying me an Arcana for every rapier of all this game.
Which
Yeah.
Arcana you want, Logs?
All of them.
That doesn't tell. Oh, god damn it.
I'll take mine in release order. So,
So you want to Lena first?
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Oh, god. Ugh. Licorice
I don't hate
jelly
it.
beans. Oh.
Oh, why would you eat licorice jelly
I
beans?
bit into it because it didn't look like one.
Did you just want to, like, have a sad day?
I'm already having a sad day, Logs. I bit into 2 of them today.
To 2 of them.
Wow, that is sadness.
It's okay. I followed it up with a root beer one, so we're good.
Oh, gross.
Oh, you don't like root beer?
Gross.
No, I don't like root beer.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like America.
Remaining.
Ouch. Ouch, that hurts.
Owned.
Remaining.
I feel like the silencer pick is a pretty good pick here as well.
Yeah, I think they needed it.
Well, let's go down our team listings and see who we have on the chopping block. Over on the Radiant side, who do we have, Logs?
Over on the Radiant side, on We Got Late Game, we have Ego on the Abaddon, presumably on the Silencer, the Mr. LG on the Medusa, Vovon Cooperative on Axe, and Sub-Zero on Puck.
And Jenkins, who do we got over on the Dire side?
Alright, picking up our Earthshaker, it's going to be Mr. Bobby. And then on the Gyrocopter, it's going to be Snowplow. And then picking up the Batrider, we'll have Flute Manhawk. Lena, where's she at? The Jukebox, reprising. I guess, well, would that be a reprisal? No. Never
No.
mind.
He was
I
not
can't
on the Ginger
remember
last
who
team.
picked what. Oh, that's
Although
right, she didn't get picked first draft.
30 seconds
And then
to
our most poetically named player, Crow Daddy Two Dags, will be picking up the Ancient Apparition.
Look, if you're going to introduce somebody with a name as awesome as Crow Daddy Two Dags, you need to introduce him correctly. You can't just go, the Crow Daddy Two Dags.
I can and I will. I also did.
Flute Manhawk just standing by the rune, not doing much for anything. There will be a small skirmish in here. Ego is separated from his team. The rocket barrage going off. Snowplow is trying to take him out, and the Jukebox will draw the first blood.
And also picking up the bounty rune.
Death warmed over, good sir.
And they're gonna race top and try and get that bounty rune too. If Lena gets both of those, she's already at level 2.
And the race goes out. Axe is trying to make it to the rune. Who could be anyone's game right here? Earthshaker is ready with the Fisher. He sees the axe. No, the Earthshaker will not be there in time to separate the rune from the dude.
If he had
It was
done
a
that
really
little
nice
better, though-
attempt, but cast animations.
If he had done that a little better and moved up a little further north, he actually would have blocked him off, and they could have gotten another kill there.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really strong opening, even if they didn't get the bounty rune. Lena mid against the Puck. I really don't like this. I think that the phase shift on the Puck is just going to negate pretty much any part of her combo. Also, the silence.
Not if she sets it up right with her Light Striker, right?
Right, but the Light Strike Array has a cast time, at which point Fingered Puck can... Wow, that sounds different. Can phase shift it. Yeah, he's pretty fast.
And she'll just have to get creative and fake him out.
Yeah, but he has basically a 3-second... I don't know, I say that, and then he takes 11 million damage from right-clicks and creeps, so maybe.
Nope, he still took that one.
Yeah, he did. He phase shifted, but I think he unphase
too early.
shifted too soon.
No, he just... It's very short at level 1, so... That... Ooh, that was risky.
That's hilarious.
Jukebox really should have anticipated that one right there. He should have had the Light Striker Ray at the end of the ball, but did not.
He should have, but this is where Puck is going to outplay Lena, I think. And it's
She's
just-
actually going to get a DD rune, so... She's
Comes
still
out-
going to be fine.
Yeah, it comes out better, but she could have come out even better.
She wastes time where she's not in lane, not getting experience, and she's getting denied gold as well. So
Yeah, but there's,
she gets
real
DD,
potential
she
for
gets
her.
her bottle refilled, but she's missing like a creep wave. Meanwhile, they're going to be doing a 2-1-2. It looks like. No, it's
That's
no,
3-on-3, man.
It's aggressive try versus defensive try.
And boy, is late game being aggressive. With Axe at the helm, they're just trying their best to zone out all of bad dudes with attitude.
Axe defies you.
There's a lot of harass coming out here, and most of it's being directed at Snowplow. And to be fair, there's a lot of early game damage to be presented here.
Oh, they're going in on cooperative. They're going in, but the counter helix. Oh my goodness!
Axe chops you down to size.
Duke Nukem over
Wow.
here saying that no, you are going to get chopped down to size.
Yeah, that I don't know what he was thinking. He's like, I'm gonna run up and stand next to a guy so I can damage him, but they have lots of CC and a shield. Actually, that's not true. They don't have a lot of CC. They have like Axe's Call, and that's about it. But still,
They do have a lot of damage.
that's the one. Yeah, they got a lot of pain.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, Crow Daddy, 2 dags. No, don't go into the tricky woods.
They're going to try it though, presumably getting hit very, very hard by the rocket barrage. They're going to go with a bit of a mist coil. Vauban Kopa is going to be in a bad spot here. He's looking low. He will go down to Gyrocopter, who gets revenge after all was said and done, and they're going to not be able to take on presumably, the silencer will get out.
Lena's gonna actually pick up Medusa from bot lane.
Wow, that's a good kill for her. She definitely needs something.
Well, she got first blood. What do you mean she needs something?
She needs a little something else. She's not having a good lane versus the puck.
You can't stop taking somethings, man.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you
a
gotta
drug.
you
You
gotta
gotta
take
take
all of the somethings.
I got myself I got some digits over here, Lena. You know, give me a call. I give you something all you need.
Oh jeez.
It's a fake character, dude. It's not real.
Yeah, your internet waifu harem is kind of full to the brim.
You don't know that?
It's full to the brim of zeros.
And ones.
Hey, exactly. It's got ones in there too.
No ones, just zeros for no data.
Technically, that could still be data. It depends what file format we're talking.
Yeah, didn't you ever see that movie Tron Legacy?
No, because I don't care about Tron.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Olivia Wilde was what was called an ISO, and I definitely wanted to mount her, know what I'm saying?
Tower is under
I
attack.
get that joke, but it's still not funny.
I would have used alcohol 120%, know what I'm saying?
I do, because that program's amazing, but still, it's still not funny.
I thought it was funny.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower is
definitely
under
not.
attack.
And then Jukebox is going to pick up a regen rune now. That's going to help her out a lot, especially if she needs to, in a quick pinch, toss out her ulti.
No.
She was going to rotate, I
Is,
think.
has been rotating a lot, so he's pretty low on levels at this point. If Lena gets real creative with how she makes Puck spend his phase shift, she could easily get off her ultimate on him.
Yeah. Interesting. We see presumably rotate down here mid to sort of counteract that, and even Igo is here. Now Igo will be Igoing to the top lane again. It looks like they're... now
Lena's
that
coming in
they've
on
drawn
top though, and they don't have any vision on her.
No, they sure don't. They're going to see presumably here
Gonna
too.
get here, I think.
The fight's going to break out, and Axe is going to get hit. He's going to throw out a counter helix. Then the big chunk of damage comes out from Jukebox, who's able to seal the deal with the last hit.